Hello. Hi. Hi there. It's me, Chris Farah. Has it been a minute? Hopefully not, but if it has, I am going live this Friday, 1:30, 1 p.m., September 10th, one day before September 11th, as dates go, to give you this episode 7 of Following Friday. So this is a pop culture topical show that I stream through my Chris Farah group, Chris Farah page on Facebook, my Twitch, and my YouTube. So if you are following in any of those social medias, thank you so much. I would love like some sort of like or some sort of like comment or whatever, just for like engagement purposes, because we're all smart people. This is how it works. I see on YouTube I have my loves and some moderators in the rooms. Thank you all so much for watching. How is it for you all? Yeah, it's the day before September 11th, which as Americans go, it's a little intense for us. So we're going to hold some space at the end of this broadcast for the human lives lost and the way that it affected the entire American nation up until this point. So we'll have that at the end, but let's get into some of the more just like easy breezy topics with some fun, juicy things. I feel like I have some good things for us today. So, your girl did a lot of copious research because that is what I do. And so I'm trying to give what I do to you all in some sort of way. And I think I have a very fun, newsworthy, dumb conversational topic to begin with. So, again, thank you all so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you all. And if you are struggling with any of the weather situations across America, my heart goes out with you. Hopefully we can just like enjoy some space together and just like be dumb a little bit together. Oh my God, Ramsterdam Lupe, hellos. Oh, my little like Empress. Yay, Mickey, yay. Okay, so you guys, you have to know that one of my favorite stories of the week was the situation. This is a Spanish bishop. His name is Xavier Novell. He is 52. He actually became Spain's youngest Catholic bishop in 2010. And honey, that was that was a moment for him where he really felt like I can't stop. So I'm going to be like not only a Catholic priest and a young one, but like uber conservative, because if you can imagine the pendulum of conservator to liberalism, even in the Catholic Church amongst priests, is like a whole situation. So this one, honey, this Xavier is like all in for gay conversion therapy and hardcore into exorcism, like probably putting the two things together. This man like really believes that Satan or demons are so palpable in this world that they inhabit humans, and whatever, do with us as their will. So in his study, this is like, I can't get over this. In his study of demonology, he meets an erotic author, and her name is Sylvia Cabral. So sorry, Cabral. Okay, my loves. She writes demonic, satanic, erotica fiction. And this man, honey, he leaves everything for her. He leaves the church and everything to be with her. And now they're together. And people, honey, have gone wild over it, like, let me tell you. So she has a book. Let's get back to her. I mean, my God. I mean, she like so many things like obviously make me so happy about the story. I was raised Catholic, so like I understand that. Also, just like exorcism and that whole part of the Catholic Church, we like don't talk about even like that much, even as Catholics, and it's like so crazy. Sorry, hi, and like, what kind of woman is she that she just like, took hold. Let me tell you that he has horrified colleagues who believed he himself, even though he practiced exorcism for years, had been, in fact, possessed by demons. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one of the people, one of his comrades told the Spanish media this was not a problem of celibacy, meaning that he needed to just have some whatever. It's not a problem with celibacy. But rather a problem of infestation. And so these people have gone and urged Pope Francis to give Xavier to have him have an exorcism, but Xavier won't. Xavier has been taken over by either just a demon, honey, or just Sylvia. It's a very juicy story, okay? I don't know. I just it's a crazy, whatever. So here's the thing. I, again, know that there's a lot of bananas things happening in the world, and I do try and talk about moments of them, but we have also got to just sometimes escape. And this is escapism for me. Hi, Robert. Hi. Okay. Oh, Lupe. Thanks. Okay. So this is another crazy story. Not that kind of crazy where it's just we don't know those people and how juicy, but just also I woke up and it's a banana story. So let's get into it. Cesar Millan, a little in dark, Cesar Millan's pit bull attacked a young gymnast, okay? And then that young gymnast is suing him, and in the suit claims that the same dog that attacked her also killed Queen Latifah's dog before, and that Cesar Millan lied about that. Cesar lied about that, and told Queen Latifah that her dog had got hit by a car. But that Cesar obviously knew that his dog was very violent and attacked her. Okay, so here's more about that story. The young gymnast was supposedly level 10, honey, so she's very promising. And she went to go visit her mother who worked for Cesar at a building he owned, and that this dog was roaming the halls of the building unleashed, okay, and attacked her and bit her multiple times. And because of that, she was unable to compete. She had to deal with those injuries and lost potential scholarship opportunities at universities. And so this dog has already passed, okay? So that's one thing. But Cesar has written, I guess not written back, answered back in his lawsuit and said that it's this girl's fault, that she should just know that there's risks involved, and she was negligent. It doesn't explain why she was negligent or anything, but yeah, because this girl has a mother who works for Cesar, I guess is how she's privy to all this information, and then just says it. There has been no, at least in my mind, comment yet at 140 from Queen Latifah, but what a crazy story. And also, we'll have to figure out what's true and what's not. Because at one thing, it's why would a dog just a pit bull just be roaming the halls of a business building? That's what it seems like, an office building. But is it that her mom worked for Cesar as a dog feeder? And did she go visit her mom in a pen? And was she I don't know. I truly don't know the answer to the story. There's just a lot of, unknowns that could provide, of course, context to make me, understand one way or another. But it's so crazy that a famous dog trainer also would seemingly have such issues with his animals, unless we're supposed to honestly still believe that animals are animals and really can't be contained, such as Jurassic Life taught us that. Jurassic Park told us that life cannot be contained. Yeah, it does kind of sound like he doesn't know how to train dogs. It's an act. Yeah, it's just this girl. She was young when it happened. So I hope that if he has to give her something, I'm surprised he hasn't given her anything yet. I have to know what really the unknowns of this story. It seems crazy. Also, Queen Latifah, where are you? We got to hear. Okay. So, in the fashion news, I just realized we're going to probably get done with this faster than I thought. My love, there are such things as why is what following. Girl, I'm live right now. Can you just join? Cool. Bye. Join. Like when your friends, like your best friend that like does YouTube, like doesn't know you're live. Okay, so this is a green Teflar bag. And like Teflars are like these shopping totes, my love, that are obviously premium bags, but they're not premium crazy prices. They're around 200 to 400. And they drop and sell out like nobody's business. So the green olive one dropped today and people went crazy. And I want to show it to you and see what you feel like. Do you like these? You know what? I do like it. I'll tell you why. I think that I think that they come in interesting colors, and I think that they are modern and sleek, and I think they also are interesting. I think they're a beautiful different shape, and I think that if you feel good wearing them, if you feel like they are quality and make you happy, then what is this over a Chanel or an Hermes, Honey, there she is. I feel attacked. I mean, I literally do a show like at 1:30 on Fridays. I like talk about it at the end of all of our say whats, and then she calls at 1:43, so it's weird. By weird, I mean I love her, but come on. Okay, so it's sold out. People are all over the Twitter, like being like, I got it, I didn't get it. Basically being like, I didn't secure the bag. Or I did secure the bag. Do you want to secure a bag? What's your favorite color? I looked, there's a cream. I like a taupe or I like a cream. I mean, I think that as we get into fall, there are also a beautiful brown that I would really like, and also a chocolate, which are two different colors on the Teflar site you can look at. Now, having said that, all of it's sold out. I mean, all of it. It's not, you can't. Well, you know what I'm saying? You'd have to join their Instagram, join their mailing list, and or just get one like from a third-party seller. So, I love you all. I'm just playing with you. Okay, so what else happening in the art world? I'm going to show you. This just popped up. Who here played some Mario? Who here is like can hear the ding, 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 honey? Who's like, what's in there? A little mushroom? Gonna make me big? Okay. And now it's like, can you imagine like now as an adult, if you like take a mushroom, like, well, I guess we do have a big experience, But let me tell you, I'm sorry, this is, I should probably just move my chair permanently over to be able to like put my head on the side of pictures, but it's like it's too uncomfortable. So let me tell you, this is a Mario mystery box that was placed in Houston by a guerrilla street artist, and his or her name is Nito Rodriguez. Yes, honey, a genderless Nito Rodriguez. And this guerrilla street artist works a day job along a busy industrial Tanner Road, just east of Beltway 8, Big Briggs Records. Okay, I'm just saying. This is a quote. This whole area of Houston has been barren of artwork, Nito said. Outside, it says his work Wednesday morning. I don't know if that's like a known thing. What a weird, anytime there's major construction, whatever they're working on, just leaves pieces of material behind. If they're going to leave it there, why not spruce it up a bit? So Nito, who works with this, is like, she works exclusively with a pixel art inspired by French street artist Invader. So I will tell you this. Now, technically this is illegal to put up, but like, I think we went on in the story to say that, it's just been like land that's just been sitting there and untouched. So why not like make something fun of it? But that's one reason why we also can't know who that person is, I guess. So this person also goes on to say that like people have come up to this person and be like, oh my God, have you seen that? It's so cool regarding this Mario box. And the person has to be like, what? Like, I just love the idea also of just like being obsessed with like, okay, I love the idea of this guerrilla street artist because it's almost like a superhero where you're like obsessively doing something at night. You know, you have like a secret costume or something like that. I don't know what this person has to do in the middle of the night to like do that. I know that I used to TP, and definitely when I was a TP or when I was like in junior high, you know, I didn't give a hell about anything, my loves, but like covering my face. But this person, when you're like a guerrilla street artist, you might be like, I don't know, arrested. I like to think that you dress all in black. Maybe you have like some sort of like beekeeper outfit on. Like, this is my mind. And you're like a little super, that's your outfit. You're like a superhero. And then your art goes up and people talk about it and you just have your Clark Kent daytime, like blink, blink. What is it? A Mario mystery box. What do you mean? I mean, I guess I played it. Okay. So it's just sitting there? Oh. No, I didn't see it. So did anyone get a picture or use a hashtag to like talk about it? I was just wondering. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd want to be really sneaky about it, but like you're still an artist. You're not like a superhero. You have an ego about you. Maybe superheroes do too, where you want to make sure people are talking about it. But you, honey, just like feign like, I barely, you know, I wasn't really allowed to play video games, so. Also, what would be your art? Like, what would you do? Like, and I will say this. This artist transformed a structure of, you know, materials into this box. So I don't know exactly what could be done, but I would like to also think that as millennials become artists, that we're not just so literal in our inspirations from our childhoods. I want, you know, I don't know if that's an avant-garde part of me where I'm like, let's just do something a little, what else can we do with that? That feels like step one. And I feel like I want my art to be like A to C. Thumbs it up, everyone. Let's talk about it. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying this beautiful Friday with me and playing around with me. And what do you want to be in the box? And I think that it should be candles for everyone. Trying to think of like what would be a little something that could sensorially be given to a bunch of people. I don't know, like a yummy smell. Like the box opens and it's like a lovely smell, very natural smell for a long time. And I say smell because it has to evaporate. We can't just like pollute the world. Lupe, my art would be totally random, like food mixed with fashion. Example, cheese and Kate Moss. You know, it's so interesting you should say that because I didn't take a picture of this, but there was these new shoes that everyone were talking about. It's a limited edition, like red, God, was it Balenciaga shoes that look like raw, uncooked, like a porterhouse steak. Hi, Amsterdam. Okay, so I'm happy about that. And let's get into something else I was ecstatic about. So in the show category of things that I've been watching, and I keep talking about it. And every time I keep talking about it, there's one person that's like, yeah, I've been watching it. And I'm just like, cool. And you would think I learned. But this might be the last time I'll talk about this show this season because, again, no one's watching it. But having talked about it this whole time, this is what happened. In Big Brother news. So spoiler alert if you are on board and don't know what happened. And if for any reason you don't know what happened, it's not the time. Okay, it really isn't. Just let me spoil it for you because this is huge. So, my loves, this entire time, there's never been a Black winner of Big Brother's many seasons. And it is a game. Big Brother is a social and physical game that involves getting people to work with you as well as double crossing others. It's as well as playing a loyal game, but manipulation and tactics to keep veneers. Okay, I don't know how, you know, like it's a hard thing to describe unless you've watched it, but in order to successfully navigate the game, you have to have a group of individuals that have your back, that are strong competitors. in some ways, mental comms, physical comms, social game playing. Every season of Big Brother has never cast a ratioed amount of people of color, Black people, white people, period. Every season has been like, okay, I guess percentage wise, like 4/5 white and 1/5 people of color, any people of color. So within that 1/5, you get like one Black person an episode, a season, 2 Black people maybe, and then an Asian person, all rest white. So because of that, this is a picture of, I got a super chat, Robert, and I didn't even talk about this. I will in a second. Let me just get past this point. And by the way, thank you so much. Because of what I just said, these are, in the last 10 seasons, the people who made it to the final 6. Okay. And all you see is names. You don't have to watch the show. This person tallied up the Black people. And if you look, let's look together. In season 12, Hayden, Lane, Enzo, Brittany, Reagan, Brendan. In season 13, Rachel, Porsche, I actually didn't watch season 13. Adam, Jordan, Kayla, Shelley. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that had one Black person. Okay. So I don't mean to laugh, but fast forward to the top. The top is Tiffany, Azza, Hannah, Xavier, Kyland, and Derek, or more appropriately called the Cookout. CBS put a ratio of Black people, and they knew that they had to make history. And so they did by forming an alliance called the Cookout, where they executed a lot of very smart, dynamic game playing that we had not seen in the previous seasons. And because of that, they were successful last night in becoming the final 6, guaranteeing the first Black winner. It is history of this game. And we're going to get into more, but I want to go back and say, thank you for this super chat, Robert. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to talk about this, but I'm so sorry. I actually was looking at my notes. I didn't see that you gave me a super chat. Truly so appreciative, Robert. It's nice to see you always. That's so sweet of you. I mean, thank you. That's really lovely. I appreciate it. Was Highland in the Cookout? Kyland. Yeah, Kyland's in the Cookout. So, Robert, I hope you have a beautiful day and a great weekend. I appreciate you. Someone has looked at many people of color are just smarter than contestant of BB. I like Celebrity Big Brother. Wow, they made it. So happy for them. Yes, cutthroat. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about this. Why? 2 things happened that made their Cookout, well, a lot of things happened that made the Cookout a seminal now alliance team that were really smart. One was they had a plan that was executed and invented by Tiffany at the Cookout, who, of course, is now my favorite to win the game, who said this: okay, this is how we get it. We are never all in a room together. Never. Throughout the whole season, they'll never see us working together. Each one of us will have a pair, a best friend, someone we're working with as our closest person, not in the Cookout. And all of them did. And then when a duo would be put on the block, the Cookout would already have the votes to keep the other safe, and the other would go home. And this happened throughout the entire season, and no one in the house got it, understood that they were an alliance, or really what was happening. Even though as it got to an end, a lot of people would be like, isn't it weird that like there's basically like no like white people left in the house? It's so weird. We would just be like, so strange. Isn't that, oh my God, it's the first time. Yeah, like it's all Black people left. Cookout members are like, Uh-huh. So it's just so funny, having said that, amongst the cookout, like this is still a personal individual game. And now that they're at the sixth, they're going to have to like come at each other because there'll only be one winner, honey. That winner's going to win $750,000. And at this point, pretty much it's like the guys versus the girls, this is where, okay, we'll talk about this. So the guys versus the girls. Okay. So, but having said that, I'm going to talk about Big Brother for the next 10 minutes, I realize. And I love you guys so much. So Tiffany, who is my favorite HOH, her bestie in the house is this girl named Claire, okay, who is a computer engineer. And Claire and Tiffany love each other. Claire's white, as I'd be like, well, no, I don't know if I made that clear. Claire's a white person. Tiffany's a black person in the cookout. She's like one of the queens of the cookout, literally, because I told you the plan. So Tiffany wins HOH one week, and Claire wins secret HOH on Tiffany's back. But it's great. Like they're working together, and then and because of that, Tiffany wins HOH against the next week. And she, at this point, the cookout wants Claire to leave, and Tiffany knows that, but Tiffany doesn't want Claire to leave. And Tiffany also feels like she's done so much for the cookout, like she gets this, so she tries to have Claire stay. But through the gameplay, she puts up Xavier and Alyssa wins power veto, takes herself off the whatever docket, leaving Xavier, a black person, and an empty space. There's only one white person left, and the cookout members. So Tiffany has to pick between her closest ally, Claire, who she basically wants to take to the final two in like the spirit and love of the game, and the alliance that she created that's about to make history. There are a lot of ways to play what you can do in this moment. You can backdoor Claire. I mean, this is kind of like backdooring Claire, but not knowing that you're going to, but being like, how do I approach backstabbing my best friend? So Tiffany brings Claire in, sits her down, and is like, I cannot send one of them home. And Claire's like, so you're going to put me up? And Tiffany's like, and Claire breaks down. And Tiffany just holds her. And in the diary room, I thought I can do, I did. Oh no, in the diary room, sorry. Oh no, I had this ready to go. There it is. Claire has this moment.
So many people won't get it, but I get it. And that's why I can't fight her on this.
Okay, I'm gonna play this again. I just want to make sure everybody played.
So many people won't get it, but I get it. And that's why I can't fight her on this.
She knows that she's gonna lose $750,000. She's played this whole time for months in this house, eating slop, being away from everyone. And she knows why Tiffany and the cookout did it. Now, this is like, of course, blowing up some people on fucking Twitter, right? Who are saying like that it's racist of Tiffany to send her bestie home. Why is it not reverse racism for Tiffany to literally send Claire home, her best ally, because she's white? Is that not reverse racism? Even though Claire, who is the one that's white, is telling you. She gets it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is TV. This is whatever it is. This is truth in some way. This is like why we watch like 90 Day. This is like a very real moment. And it has like all of these real things. And it's like, I mean, it's fascinating. And it was like, it's great. Now, having said that, it is unfortunate because now the cookout's going to go against each other, and it's basically men versus women. And sometimes Big Brother, I'm just like, how do we, so is it, you have to have some sort of level playing field. The best alliance will have the strengths of multiple people, a diversity of people. So I'm hoping that as Big Brother, the game evolves in the future. I'm hoping that it's not just always Black people versus white people, or if there's more Asians one episode, or one season, or men versus women, which is a lot of what men versus women also happens. But every part of it is, comes into play. Every season's different with the showmances and stuff and the couples. And so we'll see how this shakes out. But all right, my loves, what else? Let's go back on the docket. That was that was a lot of Big Brother, but it was history. I think I might have lost my loves a little bit, unless I think that I also might be having computer issues. So tell me if I'm having computer issues, baby boos. I will tell you, I'm into a social media account I wanted to bring up. It has I think a number of people, by the way, so followers. So it's not like this account needs more love, but if you want social media accounts that are funny on Instagram, I think it's good. So I'll tell you that in a second. I want to bring up Ramsterdam's comment. I could never participate in Big Brother. I would be voted off first, or I would fight every last one of them. The irritation would be lethal. There's parts of me that I'm like, I would love to be on Big Brother, but I don't want to eat slop. And I don't want to have to stay in the have-nots room, which is a room that they make people stay in that always has uncomfortable beds that you're like, how would anyone sleep in that bed? It's like, whatever it is, it's not a bed. It'll be like, sleep on this nail. I'm not going to sleep on a nail. And I'm not going to eat weird oatmeal. Anyway, Chris's dad, I want to watch Big Brother. Definitely my dad does not watch Big Brother with me. Won't do it. Okay, so on Instagram, as I was saying, I love Saint Hoax. Just a meme account. It's a pop culture meme account, my loves, and it's funny. Whatever is the story of the past 48 hours, there are either roundups of other memes or this person is doing funny memes. And for me, it's my comedic point of view. I laugh OL. I LOL, laugh OL is what I said. I LOL multiple times. Saint Hoax. I'll write it down here. I love that I have 10,000 Instagram subscribers, and I'm like, you guys follow this person, and this person is 2.8. Wish this person would do the same for me. Just kidding. Okay, so something else that I just want to talk about is, I got into golf. Oh, I forgot to say one thing. Sorry, I will say this. I will tell you my product that I'm into, which is a golf outfit I wanted to show you. Before I do, I forgot to tell you when I was talking about my shows, is that you guys see this? They're going to have an activist reality show, or at least they announced it, whether it's going to finally happen or be canceled because of the extreme criticism we will see. But on CBS, Usher, Priyanka, and Julianne Ho set for The Activist, a global series, competition series from Global Citizen, which is basically creating a competition series where individual personalities / activists try and create buzzworthy viral content to garner social media engagement. And that is what they will be judged on to further their quote unquote cause. And at the end, they win a trip to the G4 summit to talk to world leaders about securing finance or funding for their competition. I'm sorry, for their cause. And people have been like, what? Why would you? This sounds crazy. Oops. Sorry, I wanted to send something. I didn't do it. But it seems like there are certain things that reality shows aren't a good marriage with, because the idea of a reality show is a lot of publicity and necessary drama in order for people to want to watch. Yes, you get visibility, but the nature of charity and nonprofit and activism work is not to have the limelight or any sort of light on the worker, but instead the cause, but instead the people being helped, the story of them. So it's like counterintuitive to have a reality show where the focus is on the activist. It's kind of like, I mean, in a weird way, and whether I think it actually would be smarter in the realm of how life works to have a reality show based upon political candidates, even though one could argue the same, that it's incongruent to like what should be happening with politics, which is that politicians should be focused on the policies, right, and the issues at hand, but they're not. We understand that. Politics, especially in America, especially whatever, are a personality-driven business. So that to me makes more sense why or how to marry the world of like young political figures, having a reality show to document them, or not necessarily young, I mean, any political figure, trying to get votes or whatnot. And you really could have an incredibly strong argument because of our former president in that realm. There must be some sort of law why that hasn't happened yet. But again, nonprofit work, activism work, it seems so inauthentic and so fake to do this. And specifically to even in the press release say that they are judged on A, these judges' own personal opinions, and also B, social media engagement, likes and things, is dumb. Is dumb, is a bad choice, is in bad taste, doesn't have foresight, isn't furthering the cause of, to me, of actively getting people to care about situations, and more so facilitates people who want to call themselves activists or philanthropists kind of posing on Instagram. We saw that, right? Like there's, at least I did, the influencers in the wild, where influencers would do something like go to Homeless Row, honey, and like be like, take a picture of me giving like a homeless person like a sandwich, like thanks so much, here's your sandwich, like leave, like that kind of like posing for that kind of work. It doesn't feel like the work is at the core of what's important. It's more how it shows, how it looks. Oh my God, sorry, but I have to put this out there. This week, the biggest news of my celebrity gossip world was John Mulaney and Olivia Munn, even though you said done, having a baby. This is a weird, complex story. So I'm glad you brought it up, and I will talk about it because I'm always down to talk about something if it's something that you are obsessed with. So definitely, you guys, if you have a story, drop it in the chat. And if I have an informed opinion, I'll give it to you. So the timeline of this whole John Mulaney, Olivia Munn thing is really shady. And even though John Mulaney is a very smart comedian, he has certain issues that makes me feel like there's a lot of toxic situations surrounding this. And even though he has an image of being, and a comedy style of being, a certain amount of like down to earthness, I wonder how much of that's truly there and hopefully not lost to a grip of perhaps mental and addiction issues. Because he's very smart, and he got famous, and it got a lot of respect and influence heaped upon him. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming. So I have a lot of like, because he is a comedic voice that I respect and I think has a certain clarity to it. I want that for him in his own life. Not that I can really judge what it is, but on the outskirts, it seems like he was dealing with some things and he had a wife for a long time and then he goes to rehab, comes out and he says he meets Olivia Munn, but there are many, many, many instances and pictures of them having known each other before. And they start hanging out when he goes to LA in the spring, they say, and then now she's pregnant. And for people who also maybe like sort of remember like Olivia Munn and stories we've heard of her over the years, it seems a little crazy because she talked about having an obsessive love for John Mulaney in 2015. He was married. She had this whole thing, relationship with, I think, Aaron Rodgers. And his family hates her for it. And there's the Japanese potatoes thing, which I've talked long and a lot about. Now, here's the thing. I am not going to not like a woman for A, a family not liking her, B, Japanese potatoes, which I'll get into in a second, or C, like what looks like thirsty and or loosey-goosey and or disrespectful behavior. Because as a woman, she's allowed to do whatever she wants. But I'll tell you, for my own personal taste, this is not a good pairing. Here's the Japanese potato story, for any reason, if you guys don't know. Olivia Munn is a beautiful woman. Gorgeous, crazy gorgeous, hot-ass gorgeous piece of art, okay? Came onto the scene. She's a hostess for like some man show, right? I don't know what it was for. I forgot. You guys, it's like seems so long ago. Hot Olivia Munn is an actress too. She decides to get plastic surgery to open up her eyes. She got eyelid surgery, okay? Which is fine. Totally fine. Why I'm bringing it up is because she then created a crazy ass story where that she just kept saying that she has never gotten any plastic surgery ever, my loves, and that all of her new look and whatever is due to eating Japanese sweet potatoes, which are supposed to be high in hyaluronic acid. She actually had a publicity person, PR person, write out a story about Japanese sweet potatoes being her so involved in her diet that it somehow changed the structure of her eyes. Her eyes. I'm not dumb. So anytime any of these people, J-Lo with the olive oil or whatnot, lie to me, I don't like it. I don't like being lied to. I actually have a huge problem with it. So when I take it personal, I know it's like I take it personally because I don't like someone to assume that I'm dumb. I'm not. This is actually like, I'm glad I'm bringing this up because this is something that happens to me in real life too, where if someone is obviously lying to me, it's not the lie. It's the fact that it's like this person is being like, well, I think you're absolutely dumb as rocks. And I want to be like, I know you're lying, so no, Anyway, so having said all that, that's that story. You're saying, I've been following him for years and thought he was so in love with his wife. Plus, we all know big life decisions after getting sober is a big no. And then, yes, Chris, so many instances of her having talked about her obsession for him, trying to talk to him. So all together, all of that is bananas and crazy. And John Mulaney then goes on a late night talk show, honey, and then tries to like go over the timeline of his relationship, almost like he doth protest too much. Both these people, it's like, zip it. don't talk about. I mean, like, with you, honey, with Olivia Munn, like if someone is really going to, in a conversation, have right to your face, be like, Olivia Munn, your eyes look different. Did you have surgery? No comment. I don't speak about personal manners. Oh, I think it's rude to talk about women's looks to their faces. Could you not? You could, a billion things you could say. I mean, just not like, no, I've been eating Japanese sweet potatoes. And then with him, if you are going to make the choices you've made, which is obviously that you made those choices, you put your dry, Peony and Olivia Munn, that's not, the wife that you had, and you're making a baby with her, that's the choices you've made. Don't go on night talk show and be like, well, in November, I left my, just don't like go over the timeline. Like, don't even say like when you met her in spring, like don't try and get us to believe that this is right or okay. Just keep it moving. Don't act like you care about our opinion, because just so you know, our opinion's bad. It's never gonna be good. So you know that. You're a smart man. Ugh. Well, listen, all smart men, you're gonna hate me for this, sometimes get possessed by a certain woman. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's a little like full circle moment for you. Oh, there goes all my news stories for my baby boos. I love you guys so much. Yes. Okay. So following up, how is your week? How are you doing? Do you have things happening in your life this weekend that is good for you, is interesting for you? Are you someone that has a hard time dealing with September 11th or what is tomorrow, because maybe you lost someone or someone, or even the impact of the energy, all of it is intense for you? It can be. It's a major terror incident that happened. And it's interesting because we are so blessed in America to not have to deal with a lot of the horrors of war on a day-to-day basis. So when it comes to our shores, it's very jarring. And then to think about the fact of the people that in this world deal with bombings and noises and terroristic activities and, warplanes and shots fired, all of that, like hearing it, living in it, what that does to one's body and psyche, just like, well, it's the same as one going to war and being in the army too, I guess. Just the physical impact of the sensory of war. I'm using war, to be like, whatever, violence, that kind of like military level violence. It's actually one of my really good friends' birthdays. I was in college when September 11th happened. And it was already this person's birthday because this person's a college friend of mine. So September 11th also is this person's birthday. And I will be with this person on this person's birthday. So life is weird and cyclical is what I would say. But anyway, other than that, do find some time to check in with yourself and do something that feeds you, makes you feel grounded, connected to this earth in your body. I've been playing a lot of golf. I really love golf. I took lessons, started off in the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm really into it. It's very hard as a cute dresser to have any sort of elegant and or cool and or fun and or whatever golf outfits. But Tory Birch Sport or Tory Sport is the only one truly that I've found that I've been like, I can buy, when they drop things, I'm like, okay, I'm into it. So I want to tell you that I bought this super cute dress. It's a golf dress. Let me take off my banner down there so you can see. It's pleated skirt, has like a little like really beautiful waist what is it, like waist pop, if you will. This color, can you see it's brown and orange and green? I'm so into it, but I got the wrong size. I somehow ordered extra large, and I really just feel like I want a large. But this is what I want next with it. Look at these shoes. Look at those shoes. Look at those cute Tory Burch, Tory Sport golf shoes. You know how hard it is to find attractive, not uncomfortable female golf shoes? Do you? No, like, do you? It's actually very hard. Golf clothes suck. They're horrible materials, and they're flimsy, and they are cut just a nightmarish. And the skirts, the prints of the skirts that I have to go through, I mean, talk about a war. I'm kidding, but they're not great. So to see that, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And just like one of my dreams, of course, would be like, you know, one of my dreams would to completely be to like have my own golf clothing line. Anyway, so my loves, that's it. That's my products. That's my whole follow for you. I'm so thankful that you've spent some time with me here on Facebook or Twitch or Instagram or YouTube. Just kidding, I'm not on Instagram. But other than that, I really want you guys to like, you know, enjoy your life this weekend in some way. And I also want to have, again, one moment where we take a moment of space and breath for tomorrow, September 11th, and like collectively what we lost and what has happened since. So God bless. God bless America. If you're in California, don't forget to vote for the recall. I mean, to vote in the recall. Please vote no in the recall is what I really want to say. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe. Make art. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Lebanese. And of course, my private Facebook group, Vanity Farah. Thank you so much for everyone here, the mods, people commented. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and my super chats. I really, really appreciate it. Bye.